Good Lord. If you hear noise in the background, that's my nephews and their friends playing basketball. It shouldn't be long, but it's all good. It don't bother me as long as you don't break shit. Hey, Paris, how you doing? Sam, I'm good. I'm tired. Wish I could sleep more, but I'm good though. All's good. I can't complain. If you hear noise in the background, it's my nephews playing basketball. They're probably gonna shout and bang the rim and all sorts of stuff, but you might hear it, you might not. But yeah, all was good. I had a good day today. I relaxed and didn't really do much. I don't know. I just think it's just it happens every now and then. You get sleep and then you don't, and then a lot of people are having sleeping problems. Uh, I mean, I'm sleeping, but I wish I could sleep more. You know, uh, Thursday night I went to sleep like 1 o'clock in the morning because I was on here, and at 3 o'clock in the morning it was thundering and lightning, and it lasted a whole hour. So from 3 o'clock, I went to bed at 1, got 2 hours sleep, pretty much maybe, and then 3 o'clock got woken up by the thunder and the wind and the rain. And then it was like that for an hour. So I lost the hour from 3 to 4. And then afterwards, from like 4 to like maybe 7:30, I slept another 3.5 hours, probably. And then my sister texted me to tell me that my nephew was sick and that I didn't have to pick him up. She didn't have to text me at 7:30 in the damn morning, but you know, she did anyway. And that woke me up. And then I took Diamond outside. Then I came back inside. And then I said, you know what? I want to go back to sleep. So I went upstairs and I laid down and I probably slept for like maybe another hour. And then I got back up because then I heard Diamond outside barking again. And I was like, oh boy, I was so pissed. And then last night I went to sleep and I slept pretty good. And then I woke up like eight something. I went to bed like almost 2 o'clock, and I woke up at 8. So I didn't really get much sleep. And of course, as soon as I go live, my sister's texting me. So I can never end this story. Oh, hey Alexandra, how you doing? You been sleeping too much? Okay, we'll pass some of it over here. I want to sleep a little bit more. I wish I could sleep like 10 hours and then get up. I wish there was a switch like this click, and I was like, and then when I feel like waking up, I'll tell somebody like hit the switch and turn me on. But it's not that easy. I mean, I get sleep, but I wish that I got more. That's all. Like I wish I can get more sleep. You know. And yeah, I don't like waking up. I'm tired. I don't feel like if I wake up like, okay, then I'm okay. Then if I wake up tired, I'm like, fuck man, I want to go back to sleep. Mhm. Let me just finish texting my sister here. She wants to know she wants to do for dinner, but I don't even know myself. My nephew's outside with their friends playing basketball, so that's the what they're making noise. They're outside playing music. They're playing music loud and they're playing basketball outside, screaming and carrying on. It doesn't bother me anyway. They can make whatever noise they want. I want to see what my sister says about dinner. Alexandra, I saw you donated. Thanks. You can ask your question. I'm just waiting to hear from my sister. She's talking about dinner and stuff and blah blah blah. All right, so she said, all right, she's gonna make her own dinner. I'm gonna make mine. These boys are gonna eat pizza. I'm not eating no damn pizza. Hell no. I'm not eating no pizza. Fuck that. I'm tired of eating bullshit takeout every day. I'm gonna make something. I have some food in my fridge. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna eat. I don't know what I want yet. I have to see. I might even get takeout tonight, but I might get something different. I don't know. I might go somewhere and get something. I don't know. I don't feel like going anywhere, but I might even make some food. I might make something later on. I'm not hungry anyway. I'll see. I had some fish and potatoes and an avocado earlier, so I'm full. I ate like two something, so it's any sickness, but it's 555. Look at that. Of course, I had to see that. All right, so you want to ask if you and your dude are gonna hang out tonight because you have a lot to talk about. All right, let's check. Yeah, it's 5:55 here. Yeah, Bermuda's usually ahead of most of the Bermuda's ahead of the United States on the East Coast by an hour, Midwest 2 hours, and West Coast 4 hours. We're ahead of you guys. Yeah, so if you're in Texas, that means you're 2 hours behind me. There's a lot of people who come in here from Texas. It's weird. The only people that come in here that's ahead of me is everybody that's in Europe. They're like 4, 5 hours, 6 hours ahead of me. And uh, the people that are sleeping right now are people that are in Japan, China, Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia. It's already like nighttime there, and they're probably waking up actually in the morning. But it's like, I think it's like first thing in the morning. They're just waking up like the next day. They're already in the future. I think it's like 12 hours ahead or something like that. They are. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. there is places that have the same time as us. Yeah. Alexandra, I don't get that you guys are gonna see each other tonight. You might talk to each other, but I don't think you're gonna see each other. I think he's gonna cancel the plans, or he's not gonna like he's gonna do something so he doesn't have to come and see you, and you're gonna be disappointed and upset with this. But I'm getting a no because I'm getting this guy reversed, and that's telling me you're not gonna see him. So, but just to like say it, I would say that if if at the last minute he decides to come and see you face to face and you guys talk, it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. Like he's gonna like say certain things that you might not want to hear. He might not want to talk about things. So if I don't think you're gonna see him because I'm getting a no. But if you do see him, it's not gonna go well. So just to cover what the cards are saying, I would say no, he's not gonna come and see you tonight. But if he does, it's not gonna go well. I would say yeah, because I'm not getting anything decent here. Nothing. I'm not getting any good cards at all. So it's not telling me yes, it's telling me no. But like I said, if he happens to come by, it's not going to be good anyway. So unfortunately, well, you know, it's just that type of situation. I'm getting him reversed. So that means that he's not willing to talk or he's not willing to come and see. And this is disappointing to you, not to him. But he's like, I see you being disappointed. He might even tell you he has a headache or he has some issues or something like that. Even last time I read this guy, he like canceled plans and stuff like that. So looks like this guy is trying to avoid all type of communication or avoid confrontation because he probably says she's probably gonna say something to him. All right, let's check. Mm, I don't see him with anybody, to be honest. I see him like being by himself and like being disappointed and not really happy about what's going on in his life. I also get him like he might have be going through family issues or family problems. And it looks like he's just trying to improve and develop things that he needs to deal with, like especially from his past. He's like trying to like use a better judgment. He's trying to like take time to account for all his actions and whatever he's doing. But I don't see no woman here, no cheating, no like him having a good time with a woman. Like I see him possibly like planning a trip, or like maybe it's a business trip. I don't know if he goes on business trips or not, but I get like a trip or a journey or going somewhere with other men, like businessmen or something like that. But there's not one woman in these cards, so there is no other woman though. I don't get any form of cheating or disrespectful behavior, with a woman or anything like that. No sex cards, no nothing. I just get him. If he drinks, then he might be drinking. Like he might have a few drinks just to like clear his head, a couple glasses of wine or something. If he drinks, I would say he is drinking. If he doesn't drink, then I would say that he's just feeling like disappointed and like reminiscing about old times, thinking about all the bitter experience he's dealt with, dealing with family bullshit, family problems, like taking a chance and a risk on things. He keeps, man. Yeah, I feel like he's had a couple drinks this week. He keeps ran up and down. There's nothing like that. Yeah, I don't see anything. I would tell you, you know what I'm saying? I would tell you the truth, and there is nothing here. Like, I even show you the cards. There is no woman here, nothing. It's all him, men, people he's working with, family shit. There's no woman. There's no queen of nothing. There's no woman here at all. So when I ask those type of questions, it'll show me a woman, like, but there is nothing. Nothing here at all. Nothing that indicates that, nothing that even signifies that at all. Nothing. So I know that's an issue with a lot of people, but I don't think that's the issue with him. I think that he's one of, I honestly, every time I read him, I get that he is like, disappointed that he's going through certain things. And he might not be the type of guy that likes pressure, or he might not like the fact that he has to do multiple things at once. So a lot of guys are like that. Like once they focus on something, they don't need no woman like nagging them and talking shit, like, or being in their way. No offense. I'm not saying that as a disrespectful thing, but a lot of guys are like that. They're like, look, I got shit to deal with, woman, and I ain't got no time for you. All right, let me sort my shit out, and I'll come back. So, you know, I'm just saying that's what I see, and that's like how it is. Like, he's just that type of person. And that's how it goes. You're welcome, Alexandra. I hope it gets better for you, but I would say like, don't pressure, him too much, and just like, take it day by day. I know probably you want more time or more effort from him, or you feel like, you might be wasting your time or something. You just got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. But I don't get nothing like he's, if he ain't got time for you, how the hell is he gonna have time for another woman? You know, that's how you gotta probably look at it. So, yeah, but hopefully, it gets better, or something happens, or maybe he does come and talk to you. But I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he'll speak to you, like come and see you tonight. But if he does, it's still not gonna like resolve anything. I don't think. But it's all good. It could be worse. And that's one of the biggest parts of relationships is when you're with somebody, that's the situation. like, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah. I've never been on that place, so I don't know anything about that. I ain't paying no hoe to be like talking to me or looking at me or looking at her. That's not my thing. I need up and close. You know, I don't even know what I think. OnlyFans is like, where you video chat with somebody or you see them doing shit and you send them money. I have no idea. I think that's what it is. Like, there's chats that they have. It used to be called something else at one point, but I can't remember. I got no time for I ain't spending my money on no dirty asshole. That's for sure. But if he was flirting with an OnlyFans chick, then maybe it was just like talking shit or whatever. I mean, it's you know. Well, see, that's not really. I mean, that's probably why I didn't get nothing in the cards because it wasn't like a physical person. Like it wasn't like a physical encounter. If this is an online thing, then that's probably why the energy's not there. You know what I'm saying? So if it was like an online thing, then that's why it doesn't show up in the cards because if he's like flirting with the OnlyFans chick online, that's not like gonna show up in the cards, because it has to be a physical energy. Well, it is wrong if you're dating if you're like with somebody. If you're dating somebody, then I would say, not really. But if you're like in a relationship with someone, then obviously it is a problem. It is wrong. Because I'm sure if it was you, it'd be different. But see, all those type of things that all these things you're telling me is like red flag shit. So you gotta ask yourself, like, he's blatantly telling you that shit, and he thinks it's okay. So what does that say for him? Yeah. If he tells you ain't nothing wrong with that, then tell him, yeah, I was on there too. Watching this guy in his speedos, going up and down, talking shit. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Physically cheat on somebody is one thing, but if you have a girlfriend and you're looking at other girls online, then what's the sense of having a girlfriend? Go look at her. Go tell her be your only fan. Or don't have a girlfriend at all and you can have all the hoes you want. It's a very simple life. That's how I look at it. If I want to be on there spending my money talking to a bunch of hoes I can't even have, then what's the sense of doing that when you can just have a girl all to yourself? But if he did that, then I would say that he's not physically doing anything with anybody, but if he's flirting with online people, it's not gonna tell me that in the cards unless you ask me that. So, but even if he's flirting with somebody online, it's not a physical energy to be looking at. You know what I'm saying? And he already admitted he's flirting with the OnlyFans hoe for free. So that's kind of like shady within itself. Uh, I don't know. He sounds like he's got issues. I mean, some women would be like, "Yeah, go ahead." Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I don't see him dating anybody, but he admitted that he flirts with OnlyFans chicks. So that's like an online, fling type of thing. Online, lust. But you know, one thing could lead to another. You never know. But if a man is doing that, then that's him leaving his options open to like saying, you know what, I can see myself banging some hoes and getting rid of my girl or whatever. And if you're around a computer all day, then you're gonna probably do shit like that. So yeah. But hey, you know, both sides do it anyway. Yeah, but that's the thing. Even if his true intentions was flirting with her, he already admitted that he was doing it. So that tells you right there that his intentions was to talk to her like that, you know? So that's the thing. Yeah. His intentions were was to flirt, and he said he did it for free. Yeah. So if he's getting free content, that means he got a free coochie pic, some free titty pics. If that's what that means, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Meanwhile, he's got you and he's not even paying you. That's just weird. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. You saw the chat. So then, you're not stupid. I just think that, I mean, I don't like, I don't want to call you that, but I just think that if you're, I think that if you're getting all these like signs thrown at you by him, then what more do you need to say fuck it? You know? Do you need him to cheat on you to say, okay, I'm done? Do you need him to be like telling you he's, looking at OnlyFans bitches like? So that's what I'm trying to say to you, like, is like I don't understand how far you want him to go to so you can say fuck off. You got me? Hey Claudia, how you doing? I feel like Claudia's watching me. Every time somebody puts the eyes on, I always say, you watching me? Thanks, I appreciate it. Um, so I kind of got like the same card again for like him, but I would say like the only reason I would say his true intentions was to like to see the actual, you know, OnlyFans chick, like he wanted to see her or to like, see what it's all about. But he didn't have no intention of like, having sex with her or trying to have sex with her. I don't get any sexual activity or anything like that. It was just like, let me see what's going on. Let me see, what this is about. And he kind of felt embarrassed about it afterwards. He's like, you know what? I shouldn't even have done that shit. I get like kind of him feeling embarrassed about it and like also being hesitant to do it and doubting if that shit was even real, you know? Well, if he says that, then yeah. Because the cards don't really say to me like he had intentions of like hooking up with this chick or like or anything further than that. It was just like a, a thing where he just said, "Yeah, let me see what this bitch is real," or "Let me see what's going on with this crazy hoe here," or something like that. I don't know how he acts, but he could have been just doing it just to get like a laugh out of it. But at the same time, he probably felt embarrassed for doing it because he's like, "Why the fuck would I even do that?" Yeah, right. But that could be also like one of his friends saying, "Hey, look at this shit." And another thing is like when you look like online, like they have all these ads that pop up. But see, that shit don't pop up for us here in Bermuda because we don't have OnlyFans here, right? Because in Bermuda we don't have none of that shit. But you guys do, but not us. Like so, I don't see OnlyFans like ads and shit like that on my my ad thing on here or wherever. It shows me other dumb shit like singles meet up, and all that bullshit. So maybe like he clicked on it to say, let me see if this shit's actually real or what the fuck's up with this shit. Let me just have get a laugh out of it. Because at the end of the day, I don't really see like his intentions was to fuck this girl or to be with her or to hook up with her. I'm just getting like he wanted just to see what was going on, see what was going on here, and let me see if this woman's real or what she's up to or whatever. Yeah, because I don't even get that he did it for a reaction to get out of you. I don't see him trying to get a reaction. He kind of felt like embarrassed to even tell you he did it. So I know it feels like you want to. I know like where you're coming from too. Like you probably say, you know what, like why even do it? Like if you're with me, but then again, you're like, it's like what the fuck? Why would you even do that shit and tell me about it? If I did, I wouldn't tell my girl about it because there's nothing to tell because I didn't fuck nobody. So I don't know. Yeah, that's what I get. Let me just check something. Yeah, see, I asked like, how does he feel about you? Like, what is his true feelings about you, like right now? And he deeply, emotionally feels for you. Like he does love you deep down inside. He thinks that you're a very, he thinks that you keep him in balance, and he thinks that you're very sincere. You have good intentions. You mean well, and he thinks that you're reasonable and you're fair to him. He thinks that you're like a good person and a good woman. But I also see that like he might get he might be bored to like be with you all the time, or he might be like wanting to like try not to be in a complete whole relationship. He wants like to he wants his cake and eat it too, but not in a sexual way with someone else. He wants to like have his own life and see you when he sees you, deals with you when he deals with you. But not to like fuck other bitches or something like that. It's just that he wants his own peace of and his own way of life. He wants to be able to like not say, hey, you know, like he doesn't want to be with you all the time, every day, all day. He doesn't want that. And he just hangs there saying to himself, you know what? I would have to make a sacrifice in order to be with her all the time, and I don't want to. It's just like he doesn't think that you're a bad person or you're not the right person for him. It's just his feelings are right now that, hey, I really, have, love and respect for Alexandra, but I'm gonna I live my life in suspension and transition. I don't want to be like 100% tied down and I have to make adjustments. I have to do this if I want to be with her, you know. And remember, I saw in the cards not too long ago, and you even said that he had a bad past relationship. And let me tell you, that's some people will never get over that shit. And some people will be like, you know what, it's so nice not to be tied down by somebody, and be like, um like I don't want to be around this woman every day because like I need to live my life, and I hope that she understands this, or I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna tell this girl that, hey, I love you, but I need a break, like, and you just like, I don't know if you can accept that, I don't know if you want that, and if you don't, I don't fucking care. Like, I feel like that's his mentality, like, and that's why you are probably like saying to yourself, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?" Like, but that's like he doesn't think that you're like a problem. He just has to, And I know some people would say, "Well, Mark, you know, why he does this or why he does that," and then they probably will never open up to you and tell you the whole fucking truth because they probably feel like a pussy if they tell you everything. you know? So like a lot of guys ain't gonna really tell you, oh, this is why I do this and this is why I do that, or I need time, and then the girl's like, time, motherfucker, I want to like, you need to give me some damn time, yo. So it's it's what I see, you know. In the cards, it tells me that it's nothing against you, you know. It's just that he needs like his peace of mind and stuff. That's what he needs.
Can I remove you here?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Because they're gonna be soon.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Right. And the cards are telling me that. Let me just get my dog. That's all right. Yeah. What you doing, pain in the ass? Mommy bring you over here? Yeah, mommy bring you over here because everybody's over there, and you can't be around people because you don't know how to act. What's your problem? Hmm? What's your problem? Crazy dog. Well, if I'm validating everything that he says, then that means he's telling you the truth. And I know sometimes, it's hard to believe because when you're not around somebody in a physical way and you're separated, it makes you think that, oh, yeah, it's me, or, maybe he doesn't want me anymore, or maybe this person is not for me, maybe he's fucking some other hoe, or maybe he's doing this, or maybe he's doing that. But see, if you think like that, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And I know it's so hard to like believe, and it's so hard to understand why. And like, and some women are like fine as fuck, and they're like, why wouldn't he want to be around me? Like, I can go get some D somewhere else. Some other guy be hopping on me right now. Like, what the fuck? But it's not about that. Like, it's not even about like looks and sex and all that shit. It's not even about that. It's about him trying to like get himself together. And even when you're like in a relationship or you're married or you have kids together, like, exactly, you know, I can give you a plane ticket, and that'll be over. Bye bye to him. But I know what you mean. It's easy. It's so easy to like break up with somebody and go out with another person. Exactly. That's why I said what I said. You can do it in 5 minutes, and I know you can. So that's just it. Like, it's not even about that. It's like that's the easy way out, and that's like that's just a way that you get to a point where you don't want to, right? Because it's not right. But at the end of the day, even if you're together, and you're with each other every day. Say if like, say you're living together, right? And you've been living together for like a year, year and a half. And all of a sudden you get made redundant, right? At your job and you didn't even see it coming. And then say if like you couldn't like you were living, I'm just giving you like a little scenario here. Say if you barely had any money and you were living paycheck to paycheck because you were trying to pay off like a house or a car, or and then you had his help as well, obviously, but then everything gets burdened on him. So if he says to you, oh well, you better get another fucking job or else I'm leaving you because I ain't putting up with this shit, would you want him to say that, or would you want him to say, don't worry about it, babe, I got you? Until you get back on your feet, I'm got you, don't worry about it. Oh, you sure, babe? Sure. And then that's if you have like, you got like, a lot of people don't understand that when they're together, you gotta understand you're taking on someone else's fucking problem. You're taking on someone else's life. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, when they get into those situations, they're like, "Fuck! I wish I would have never been with this girl, or I wish I would have never been with this guy. Look at this shit. Look what I gotta put up with." And then you go tell your girlfriend, "This broke motherfucker, he's doing this and dude, I'm gonna pay for his ass. His mom this and that or whatever." So I see it every day with people, and that's like it's sad, that you're together, but only in a convenience way. And that's one of the biggest problems I have when I get into a relationship, because I feel personally that I'm always the one who does every fucking thing. Or I have to get some bitch that, like, always got a problem or always needs something. You can't just be like, meet me halfway and we just do shit together. You just always gotta be me, me, me. So if that's the case, I might as well take care of my goddamn self, right? And not even worry about like whether or not I want a woman in my life. Because if you're not gonna do what I do for you and you do for me, then what's the sense of being together? So that's why I try and preach this online as much as I can. Be careful what you wish for, be careful what you want. And if you want a relationship, you have to understand that when the shit gets hard, tough, you got to be able to pick up the slack. Can you do it? Or if something happens to that, see, nobody thinks nothing bad is going to happen, but you have to prepare yourself. That's why I always recommend to live with someone for at least a year so you can see what you're up against. And a year these days go by very fast. So sometimes some people might need a little bit more time than that to really see who they're dealing with. Or you have to live with them until the shit hits the fan. And then you're like, okay, I went through a hard time and my boyfriend took care of me. Like, I went through a hard time and I had an operation and my girl took care of me. I owe her everything. I would do the same thing for you. That shit doesn't exist no more. I wouldn't say no more, but it's very hard to find somebody that's going to change your diapers when you reach 80, if need be. You got me? So like that's why it's something I stress to most women, that you got to make sure you find a guy that is going to have your back, because if he ain't got your back, it don't make sense being with him. Because usually the woman is the nurturer. The woman is the one that, you know, is emotionally, there for you when shit hits the fan or something like that. And the guy's supposed to be the provider and the man. But if you don't both deal with each other, then there's no sense being with each other. It's pointless. But hey, what do I know, right? But try to look at it as this can prepare you for a long term situation, you know? Just imagine if he gets his shit right in about 2 more months, he says, "Hey, look, I really appreciate you sticking with me and being faithful and loyal and being cool with me, allowing me to like get my shit organized. Now I realize I need to get my shit together now, and I need to be with you, and I'm gonna make more effort. You know, but it's up to you. Like I said, only you know what you want. So if you feel like these things are red flags, then take them as red flags and do whatever you want. And then if you take it as, this is happening for a reason and I just gotta chill and wait, then that's what you do. Well, there you go. If that's his intention, and I would say that in the cards it tells me that the same thing, that is his intentions. But it's tough. It's tough to deal with because you don't really want to, yeah. Oh, there you go. Now I don't take no credit for that. You know where that information came from? It came from your dad, came from the spirit that's around you. I don't take no credit for being right about things. It's what spirit tells me. I just read the cards and listen to what they say, and that's it. Spirit tells me everything. I take some credit because I have to shuffle the cards and I have to read them, and I have to read them in a way where I have to answer the question. So yes, I can take 50% of the credit and I'll give the other 50 to spirit. So yeah, props to me. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. But spirit takes the rest of the props. They got the trophy. They're the best. And they always, come through for me no matter what. They always tell me what needs to be said or needs to be done. And I appreciate that every day from them. If it not, I wouldn't be here. But I have to keep on being honest and tell people what I see and what I don't see. Even if it breaks your heart, I have to do it because if not, I'm not going to get the right answers. They're going to tell me, no, no, you better tell her the truth. You better tell everybody the truth. And I do. And that's why I still exist. But some people can't do it because they don't want to hurt your feelings or they want to make more money off of you. Either way, I posted it earlier on here that a lot of readers are complaining about each other and going at it like a bunch of morons. But I don't understand why people always worried about some other person in another room or worried about another reader. Just keep doing yourself. Like keep. I don't really go to too many people's rooms because that's where bad shit happens. You know. But yeah, spirit knows everything. They'll they'll see shit coming. That's for sure. And but they can only do so much, and then you have to do the rest. So thank God, your spirit and my spirit come together to get the answers, but it's still up to me to tell you the truth, and it's still up to you to acknowledge what free will you have to make, to what choice you need to make. That's how it works. So it entirely depends on you now. You know what's going on, you've got verification, you know what's happened, but do you want to wait and deal with it, or do you want to say, fuck it? In 5 minutes, I can have another boyfriend. And then you got to start all over again with bullshit again. You know? Getting to know somebody, getting to deal with somebody, getting to do this, do that. You know? So I always tell people like you have to stop worrying about the outcome and just live in the present moment. And if this person tells you something, this might not be a bad thing. It might just be finally somebody's telling you the truth, but there's in between things that make you like wonder, like, am I the dumbass here or what? Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. I honestly feel from like I honestly feel you can trust him for now, you know, but trust is built over time, you know. But but that's the thing. Like, try not to feel that way because I know it's hard not to, but like you got to get to a point where you say, "I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't," but I'm going to live in the present moment. You know, I'm going to live in the present moment here. I'm going to make sure that right now I need to weigh in my options and see what this is where this is going to go or what's going to happen. And if you feel like you're not happy, then you say fuck it. That's all. But I feel like you should wait to talk to him face to face again and see where he's at. That's all. Best thing to do is try and see it both ways. Because even like a year from now, you guys might be living together. You might be all happy. You might come in here and say, "Hey, Mark, you know, remember a year ago I was complaining about his ass, but he's come a long way. You know, he's so better now. You know, we're living together. We've been living together for a couple months now. Everything's fine. You know, for now everything's cool. You know, I'll keep you updated. You know, but that can happen a year from now, right? And you can say to yourself, fuck, last year I had so many doubts about this guy. And now here we are living together and everything's cool. I just needed to chill and give him time. And then a year from now, you might be dating somebody totally different. You might be saying, thank God I got rid of that fucking idiot. Now I have such a nice guy around me and everything happens for a reason. You know, I can trust this guy, you know, with this, with that, and the other. I mean, life changes like that. It's so crazy. So it's just the way it is. But just do what's best for you. That's all. He said his sister and her husband had a break, but now they're married and shit. Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly. So that happens, you know, I think people have to have a reality check. You never know what you lost until it's gone, right? So maybe this time apart from you, he'll probably say, and then when he does see you again, he's like, fuck man, what am I doing? Like, you know, I need to like really be with her because like I could lose her. I'm an idiot. Because, you know, a good person is hard to find. And when you find them, you better keep them because they're gonna end up being somebody else's treasure or someone else's trash. But it happens. I've seen that happen before. I've seen people break up and then get back together and get married and get divorced. It happens. And I've seen people that are married for like 30 years and they argue every fucking day and every week and they're still together. So everybody's different. Everybody's tolerance level is different. Everybody's different all around. It's just a pain in the ass, you know? Because out of all my siblings, the one I thought that was going to get divorced was my oldest sister. Because her and her husband always arguing and he's an asshole. I can't stand him. I want to knock his teeth down his throat. He's like a devilish bastard. I don't like him at all. And my older sister's a bitch ass anyway. I don't like her either. And they always argue. I even heard of like them arguing, people telling me about it. Even my parents said they went on a trip one time and they were arguing in the car, man, man, man. And then she'll tell my other sister, my other sister would tell me, oh my God, my husband's this and that, fucking idiot. So I'm thinking they're gonna get divorced any day. Meanwhile, they're the ones that are still together. And my other sister and brother are divorced and they argue, but not as much as that other one, but they're still together and the other ones are divorced. See? So like it's a pain in the ass. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it is extremely hard. It is. It is. That's why I'm still single. I've had a nice long break. I haven't had a relationship in a couple years, and it feels so good to be free. It feels so good to not be nagged and bitched at. And I want to go here. I want to go there. Oh, we never go out. When are we gonna go to dinner? When are we gonna go here? When are we gonna do that? Oh, can you come with me here? Can you do this for me? Can you fix that? Bitch, please get away from me. Fuck off and leave me alone. You think I ain't been working all goddamn day? And then I'll be working and you wanna call me and talk to me about some bullshit. And I'll be like, look, woman, I'm fucking working. Anytime you be listening to your fucking bullshit. My last girlfriend nagged the living shit out of me. I was like, thank God this bitch is gone, man. She fucking give me a headache, man. I can't handle that shit. It's like, yeah, shut up, woman. Take a break. Leave me alone. Yeah, exactly. Some people are like that. They be screaming at each other, then make up sex, and that's it. You know. But see, a guy, look, you women worry, right? About, you know, you women worry a lot about what the guy is doing and what he does and all that. You think a guy doesn't worry about a woman too? Of course. We always think that hoes out there selling her coochie or giving it to some other guy, especially if she's fine. Even if she's butt ugly, somebody might want to bang her. It's always that. That's what the main thing for a guy is he don't want to get cheated on, because when you're with like a fine ass woman, she'll see how you said, "Hey Tanya, how you doing?" See how you said, "I can leave him and get a man in 5 minutes. I can be with somebody in 5 minutes." See that type of comment, right? Is what we know you think. See, we know you can leave us and go get somebody else because you're a woman. And if you're fun and you're like somebody who's gonna get attention and a guy wants you, then you're gonna it's gonna happen. Like you can get somebody else, and guess what? We can too. Even if we can't, we're just gonna buy a hoe, or something like that. So like it's so fucked up when you think about it because a woman worries about what a guy does, and a girl worry about what a guy does in the same way, but not really the same way. But it can be the same way. It's so fucking annoying. I can't handle that shit sometimes. I'm not a jealous person. That's one thing about me. If somebody's looking at my girl and chatting her up and I see him, I'll be laughing like crazy. I say, yeah, prime up that coochie, baby. Prime it up. So when she comes in to me, she's gonna think about you and fuck me. So it's all good. Keep priming her up. That's what I used to tell my girlfriend years ago. Like 20 years, I had this fine ass girl, and I told her the same thing. I said, I don't mind these guys priming you up for me. By the time you get home, that thing will be throbbing, waiting for me. Shut up. I'm like, yeah, shut up. You know it's true. You be getting all sex excited the whole night, and then when we get home, you be all over me like a fucking crazy woman, thinking about all them guys that was talking shit to you. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Don't lie. Oh yeah, I know that's all a part in the game. Yeah, yeah. All right, Alexandra. It was good talking to you as always. You know, you too. I wish you a good Saturday, and hopefully you speak to him and hopefully you guys can talk. But we'll see. But yeah. Yes, thank you. You too. Have fun. All right, Tanya, you said the Mormons came, a bunch of young dudes. You're welcome, sweetie. No problem. came into the house and carried the large drum of water. Took the little and dumped it into the storm drain, and they emptied my crash truck with sweethearts. Oh, that's good. See, you got something good happen to you, Tanya. See all the bullshit you've dealt with this past couple days. See, you got some good. You got some good happen to you today. See, it's not always bad, you know. That's good. That's good. I'm glad they helped you, and I'm glad that they dealt with you and they sorted it out. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, just try and rest and recover. That's all. It's not fun being in pain, that's for sure. You should put some rubbing alcohol all over your pain. That's always good. If you do it like 3 times a day, it's good for you. Wherever you feel the pain, just put the rubbing alcohol on it. You can just take some, put it in your hand like that, and just rub it all over you like this. Do it 3 times a day. It'll help with the pain. Okay, good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, the zero gravity bed is a nice. It's nice to have. My uncle had one. I can't reach. Can you show me? I know. I know you're kidding. I like when you talk shit. It's cool. It's a part of that's what we do in here. We love talking shit. Of course. This is mild compared to what I've talked in my life. Oh my god. This is nothing. I had some crazy women in here back a couple years ago. Oh my god. They were cray cray. You know cray cray? Very crazy. It was pure shit talking in here all day, every day. Actually, I saw that she put up the Aquarius reading, but it said something about for Aquarius. It said, finally getting the cash that you deserve." So hopefully, well, the Devil card can mean a lot of things, but her explanation probably is different from mine or different from other people. But the Devil card to me is like, um, like self punishment, like punishing yourself too much, like thinking too much about your life and things like that, and like having negative thoughts and negative, feelings. Because if it's just about you, that's what it means. A lot of people say the devil card is about sexual lusting feelings. That's not exactly what it means unless it's in a sexual form or sexual reading. So if you're asking me a sexual question and it comes up, then that's what it is. Yeah. If she said overthinking, that's what it is. It's like the devil is like punishing yourself and overthinking and thinking too much, worrying too much. When it's a general meaning, that's what it is. Yeah. So she's right. She's one of the best tarot readers I know. So I would never question anything she says about tarot. That's for sure. She's an OG. She's one of the OGs like me. They know what they're talking about. I miss her and Tony. I miss the podcast that she had. We was all on there talking shit and stuff. I said I was gonna do a podcast, but I never did. I feel like I'm already on a podcast when I come on here. Yeah, she will. Yeah, I was on there twice. So, and I was in the chat every time she did a podcast. So, well, most of them, not all of them. But yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun talking shit on there and stuff like that. So, but I feel like I don't even need a podcast. This is a pod. This is like a podcast because all we do is come in here and talk shit and have fun and talk about life and things and help each other and talk amongst ourselves. So I feel like I already have one. It's just that I talk to everybody in the chat instead of somebody like one on one. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what a lot of people say to me that they want to hear my opinion or my advice about something or get advice about something or they should do, and I'll tell them it's cool. I just usually talk from experience. That's all. I pretty much, give advice through the advice I've been given and through how I live life and how people with their experiences. But I wouldn't mind like doing a podcast and stuff. You know. Okay. They should have got a pump. You couldn't use a pump in there, like pump the water out. That's what I would have done. If somebody told me they needed to get rid of that shit, I would have pumped all the water out. I would have got one of those submergible pumps, and all you need is a plug and a hose to run it outside, and the pump will pump all the water out. It'll take like a couple seconds, couple minutes. Yeah, I have two submergible pumps because I need them for the pool and for our water tank. So when we want to clean the water tank, we take all the water out, clean it, and put fresh water back in there. But then the pool sometimes we need to drain the pool to clean it or to do something or whatever, and then we just pump all the water out. So I have two submergible pumps. If I lived close to you, I'd let you use them. I would have came and done it for you. Mark's maintenance to the rescue. But that's cool. At least they got it done, so that's cool. But you could have done it like you could have drained the water with a pump, or they could have, but it's cool. Hey, that's all right. It's There's a lot of things that I want to do around this house, but I had to say, you know what? I'm not dealing with that. I need to deal with myself. I need to, do what's best for me right now. And what's best for me right now is not working hard, doing a little bit of work at a time, and chilling out. Because I'm not killing myself no more, man. I can't take that shit. I can't stand doing all this hard work and then I get all fucked up and then I can't move. So I can't do it. I'm not gonna kill myself anymore over no damn house. Yeah, I agree. I would say uh, I would say 70-30. 80-20 is okay, but I would say 70-30 for me. It all depends on what stage of life you're in. You know what I mean? I would say it all depends on what year you're in, what how old you are. You know, the percentage will vary as far as the person. But I agree with Scott Adams. Yes, I agree. But right now, I would say for me, it'll be 70-30. But hey, I think everybody's percentage will be different depending on where they are in life. for sure. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, it all depends on how how you are and what you're doing in your life. That's for sure. With me, I'm just tired of working hard, and I don't want to work hard anymore. I'm sick and tired of busting my ass all the time, and I feel like I've done a lot of hard work already, and I'm not willing to do more hard work anytime soon. I need to heal my legs and my back, and I want to lose some weight. I want to like work out and start walking again. Now that summertime's coming, I can sweat it all out and feel better doing it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I feel like, we can all come here and talk and have fun and vent and pray for each other and help each other in some type of way. We all have experiences in life different from others. We can help other people. If I can't help somebody, you can. Things like that. I kind of posted that on my community page just now. You know, before I came on here, about an hour and something ago, I posted on my community page because I've had a lot of people tell me that they've had some bad experiences with other readers, and I try telling everybody that you know don't be getting yourself too involved, too friendly with these people. Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate you doing that, and I'm sure they appreciate it too. Right. And some of them will take the initiative to do it, and some people are just probably not. They might not have something available at the time, or they just don't care. But at least you did your part by offering it and saying it. So there's nothing wrong with that. But some people be like, "Oh, you talk about that on your own time." I'm not like that. I want everybody to help each other as much as you can. You can say whatever in here. I don't care. As long as there's no disrespectful shit, then I'm cool with it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of freaking people. That's more than Bermuda. That's twice of Bermuda. That's two Bermudas and 140,000 is two Bermudas. The population of it. But I just wish that everybody would continue to deal with themselves and stop worrying about everybody else. That's what I want people to do. You know what, Tanya? I have no idea. My sister asked me the same thing, and I told her that I don't know. I don't know what I want today because my nephew has all his buddies over here, and they're in the pool right now. And they played basketball earlier when I was on here, and now they're in the pool. They're gonna be here for another 2 hours. They're ordering pizza. My sister said she's gonna eat a bagel with eggs because she doesn't feel like eating anything big. And lunch, well, I had a wonderful breakfast and a wonderful lunch today. And I don't want to spoil it by not having a wonderful dinner. But I don't know what I want yet. I'm not really hungry because I ate at like 2 o'clock. Let me see something here. I think that's the pizza there because I just got a doorbell ring from my sister's house. So maybe that's them delivering the pizza. Yep, that's the pizza guy. Pizza guys here. So there you go. The guys have their pizza. Not for me though. I'm not gonna eat no damn pizza. I don't feel like pizza. You ordered DoorDash and got two meals, one for tonight and one for tomorrow. Give me when it's again. It's a holiday. I swear. Yeah, exactly. It's a holiday there on Monday. It was a holiday here yesterday. You too, Tanya. I need to get out of here anyway. I've been on here for like an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go wash my dishes and then see if I want to make something, or I might go somewhere and get something. I'm not sure yet. I'll see. All right, I'll talk to you later.